सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम यदि मे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम सुकृते धिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणौ। अथ समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः। मंडूकमहर्षे गौड़पादाचार्यवर्याय आद्य शंकरस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। अथ अथर्ववेदान्तर्गत माण्डूक्योपनिषत् शान्ति मंत्रः। ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hari Om. Salutations to the Lord, to entire Gurus. We are into Mandukya Alatha Shanti Prakaranam. What is being done here by the Karikakara and Bhashyakara is like when you want to say a point, prove a point, which is experienced by you and which is a truth. How do you talk to people? Or when you take a thing very lightly, somebody says something, you don't even bother about it, so you don't even look like answering also. Clear. But then, when something has to prove, you bring all examples. You try to put that in as best words as possible. You try to explain it elaborately. You use all the possible logics. Is it not? An argument, a deep argument means a deep discussion when you do it. Like whenever the meetings happen for some resolutions, the deep discussion happens. What to do when the pandemic is growing, how to control, deep deliberation. In the same way, here Karikakara Gaudavada experiencing the Brahma Tattva, which is Ajam, four words remember, Ajam, Avyakrutam, Ajaram, Amrutam. Ajam, unborn. Avyakrutam, unmodifiable. Ajaram, never becoming old or decaying. Amrutam, never dying. In that experience, he is there. And all of us are at the lower experience of the world's reality. So he is trying his best through all logics to explain to us the Parabrahma alone is there. From him, creation itself has not come. He alone is there. Ultimate is that. A step lower than that is creation is there only for Vyahara. It's Mithya. Even up to this level you are there, you are safe. Come to next level of taking the creation as reality, it will definitely bind you and you suffer. That's what we are all doing. What is Maya? Taking the rope snake as real and getting frightened. Again I am repeating. What is Maya? Taking the rope serpent as real and getting frightened. So too, taking the world as real and getting caught up in all ragadvesha is samsara, is Maya. Buddhi is not working, so it appears like that. But when the Buddhi starts working according to Guru and Shastra, slowly we understand. Only two things we have to do. Take the world as mithya, don't get bound by it. More important than that is Take the Paramatma as absolute truth. Try to pursue him. Try to be one with him. These are the essences. So all Vedanta Shastras talk this only. So here Karikakara, what is he doing in each of the Prakarana we saw? What he did in Agava Prakarana, Vaitatya Prakarana, Advaita Prakarana, now in the Alatha Shanti. In Alatha Shanti, the two aspects we saw the other day also. Second aspect, he'll talk about how to do the Shanti of Alatha and experience the self. Before that, as a basis for that, in this present portion, in the first topic, or first half of this Alat Shanti Prakarana, he is teaching us or explaining us logically how the Dvaita, which is creation, is not at all there. He is taking the Sankhyans and Nyaya Vaisheshikas and proving how they themselves mutually fight with each other and cancel, leaving the Advaita Ajatavada intact. That is what the topic under discussion. It's very heavy. So all remember, whether we do punya, whether we do dharma, whether we do seva, whether we do our professions perfectly, all that depends on our quietness of mind. Just like when the mind is not quiet, it is full of rajas, tamas. These vyavaharic things also we can't achieve. In the same way, when the mind is calm and quiet and balanced, these logics that are said can be heard, understood, then it will be so appealing that we also get convinced about the Paramatma's unchangeable, immutable reality. Right now, the mind is full of rajotamo for various reasons. Therefore, it appears to be difficult. But as we develop Sattva Guna, we will be seeing the obviousness of these mantras, where hours of explanation also not required. You read the mantra, you understand what Karikakara is saying. And not only understand, it appeals, yeah, what you said is right. That sthai we have to develop. What is the sthai of Sattva Guna, where we are able to apprehend. In Rajotamomana, that Shakti stamina will not be there. We are now at that level. Therefore, only we don't become spiritual, we don't study Shastra or go to satsang, we don't read our books, we don't do our meditation. ये सब इस कारण से होते हैं. Anyway, we recognize what's our weakness, we know how to become strong. We will become strong in Sattva Guna and thus use that to study these Upanishads and the logic in that. Okay. Now we are seeing the explanations in these mantras. Okay. Yesterday, what we were discussing was about the Karya Karanata. Okay, the whole topic is Karya Karanata. One says nothing is Karana for creation. Other says something is Karana for creation. What Karikakara are doing is what? Both Karyakarana themselves are illogical, they are not there. When this is proved, that what is there? That O Paramatma alone is there. In whom neither Karanatva is there, causeness. Therefore, from him, Karya, the effect has never come. When these two go away, creation is disproved. That's what is the purpose. Ajatavada. Very technical, nice logics they are. Now let us see 12th mantra. Karanat yad ananyatvam ataha karyam ajam tava. जायमानात् हि वै कार्यात् कारणं ते कथं ध्रुवम्. See the twisting shlokas they are all. And only in a highly contemplative, meditative mood when we are, we will be able to catch these explanations. Else it will become boring. It will become heavy. It appears, मुझे इसकी क्या जरूरत है? ऐसा लगता है. But these are, the spiritual things are such ones, though appear bitter at the time of learning. Once you learn, you know the sweetness of them. So, it is now discussion about Sankhyavadi. He says some karana hai na jagat ke liye. Pradhana, he says karana. Which is karana, which is karya, pradhana is karana, jagat is karya. But in the discussion, pradhana jagat ka karana hai, jagat karya, वो topic नहीं होगा. Discussion is by the Karikakara. His job is to prove the non-presence of both Karya and Karana. They will not talk about it. Like a person's gunas, somebody is telling you. You don't want to talk about that person, so you don't even allow the topic to go ahead. First of all, I'm not interested in that person. Then how will I know his gunas and activity? Zarurat hi nahi hai. So too, the Karika Kara is not interested in creation. Why will he talk about creation? What he's talking about? How creation is not there. So therefore, his topic will be only on Karana Karya. Which is Karana? Which is Karya? Not bothered. जो भी है, लेकिन वो illogical है, हो ही नहीं सकता. प्रूव कर रहे हैं हमको. What is that? कारणात यदि अनन्यत्वम कार्यम. If in your expression कारण से जो कार्य आया है वो सेम है ऐसा मानोगे तो क्या हुआ? अतः कार्यम अजंतवा. Then what happens? Because karana of yours is ajam, they say karana is pradhana, and they say it is eternally there, it is never born. For them, there are two ajam. One is karana, the thing called as pradhana, and second paramatma also. They talk two. We talk only one. Our point is one without second. See the logic. If the karana alone is expressing as karya, if they are not different, ananya hai wo. मतलब क्या हुआ? If they are ananya, karya, the effect, also should be like karana. Yeah, what is karana? It is ajam. देखो, see the subtle thing. If the karana is ajam, from that karyam came, karyam is nothing but karanam. Therefore, karyam should also have the quality of karanam. Karanam is ajam. Therefore, karyam also should be ajam. When it is ajam, where is born? Secondly, jayamanadhivaikaryat karanam te katham dhruvam. If you say the other way around, if the karya came from karana, how can you say the karana is dhruva, aja? No, these are all, you don't see name and form here. You are only logically thinking at the highest level. कारणम कार्य, कारण से ही कार्य आया, कारण ही कार्य के रूप में है. Therefore, all the lakshana of the karana should be in karya. Karana is ajam. Therefore, karyam also ajam. If it is ajam, where is the birth you are talking? Like in pot, mud. Mud is karanam. Pot is karya. Whatever mud is there, that alone is the karya. Therefore, what is mud? What is pot? Nothing but mud only. Then where is the pot born? So what is there? Ekamevadve, mud only. There is no pot at all. There is no pot actually. What is mud? That is what Ajatavada. फिर कारणम ते कथन ध्रुवम. And second thing is what? Your dhruvata of the karana, that karana is ajam, is refuted because the karya came from it. ये हो गया. मतलब this is how the discussions will happen. कारण से कार्य आया, दोनों अलग है क्या? कारण से कार्य आया, दोनों एक है क्या? कारण से कार्य साइमल्टेनियसली हुआ क्या? This is how the discussion by all these shlokas, all of them are refuted. What comes out is what is there is only Parabrahma. In him neither karana nor karya, which is at the highest logical contemplative level. And that leads to the next level of experience. And all Advaita Brahma Jnanis are at that level. But they don't talk directly this because they know anybody who goes to there, they'll experience it anyway. When they talk, but they talk about the Jagat, they talk about sadhana, guru, because that is what more practically required. Like the doctors know all the pharmacology, medication, they won't discuss all with patients because when they know when the patient takes medicine, that works and health will come. They will usually talk about dosage and treatment and care. यहाँ भी वही है. Now, उक्त एस्य एव अर्थस्य स्पष्टीकरणार्थम आह. What is said in the earlier mantra, same explained. Now listen. Karanat means ajatu, unborn karana, eternally staying karana, called as your own pradhana, or even you take as parabrahma. Karyasya yadi ananyatvam ishtam tvaya. If you say you like it, that the karana is same as karya or karya is not other than karana, tataha karyam api ajamiti praptam, then the effect also is unborn because the cause का लक्षण उसमें होना है. Idam cha anyat viprati siddham. This is another contradiction in your point when you say creation happened and from something. Karyam ajam cha iti tava. See the contradiction? You say it is an effect and it is unborn. Hare, when it is an effect, it is born, no? Then how can a same thing be born and unborn? Pagal hai kya? No, very humorous thing here. Bhashyakara gives. We'll see base. Kincha anyat. Another logic. Karya karanayoho ananyatve. If the karana karya are different. जायमानात् वही वही कार्यात् कारणम् अनन्यत् नित्य ध्रुवं च ते कथं भवेतु. Two ways, both ways. From this side, karana expressed as karya. Karana is similar to karya. Therefore, karya should be similar to karana. Karana is unborn. Therefore, karya also unborn. Creation is not. This side. From the karana, the karya came. Listen carefully. Means what? कारण से कार्य आ गया तो कारण का जो ध्रुवत्व है, द परमानेंसी है, द अनमॉडिफाइंग चीज है, वो फिर रेफ्यूट हो गया. It is no more the ajam, your own karanam, because it became as karyam. Any type of karya. Therefore, what you have to accept, both karya karana is mithya. Then only the correct understanding will come. That's what we are saying. कारण कार्य दोनों नहीं है. परमात्मा is neither a karana, there is no karya is jagat, nothing, only he alone is there. An interesting example is what? Nahi kukkutyam ekadesha pachyate ekadesha prasravaya kalpate. I don't know how to explain this example. एक मुर्गी, अंडा देने वाली मुर्गी, उसका half portion of the front is cut and cooked and eaten. Second half portion is left. Why? Because from there the eggs come. See that funny example, laughable. आया समझ में? एक hen is there, जो भी है, उसका आधा आगे वाला पका के खाया, पीछे वाला छोड़ दिया ताकि वो अंडा देगा. आगे वाला आधा पका के खाया इज इक्वल टू कार्यम विच एंड्स. पीछे वाला जो है कारणम विच इज एंडलेस. How can that be done? Means what? If you say from Karana the Karya came, Karana alone is appearing as Karya, your Karya Karana Mimamsa is like half of the hen cooked, half of the hen left for the egg. How much it is impossible, impractical. Is there any logic? कोई ऐसे कुछ मतलब बनता है कि उसमें कि आधे मुर्गी को बनाया, आधे को छोड़ दिया? That much is your discussion. That's what Bhagavan Shankara explained the Karika and tells. And this is said by whom? This is said by Nyaya Vaisheshikavadi to the Sankhyavadi, who says from the Pradhana, the Karana, the Srushti, the Karya came. Interesting. One point. And one rule is what? Anything is a karana for some karya, that karana should be there in the karya. Then only it is called karana karya, no? Like if you can make a mithai, उस मिठाई का कारण स्वीट होगा. You add नमक and say sweet, it is not there. मिठाई मतलब मीठा होना है, मिठाई का कारण ही मीठा सुगर है. Sweetness is the karana, sweet is a karya. Karana has to be in the karya. याद रखना इस लॉ को. So, the Jagat, if you take as effect, the cause is this, it is this type of three illogics are there. Therefore, neither Karya is there as Jagat, nor Karana is there as this Pradhana, what is there is beyond these two, Ekamevadvayam Brahma. Now again I said yesterday towards the conclusion that although at the highest level of Karikakara, that is absolute truth. A step below when you come, for our level, this is the power of Maya. That is what Aghatita Ghatana Patiyasi Maya. What is doing Maya doing? It is doing nothing and doing everything. Doing nothing means what? Brahman alone is always doing nothing. Doing everything is what? That Brahman is forgotten and we are talking about Karana Karya, in which we say the Jagat is real and some Pradhana or Ishvara, all of them have created. Dekho, doing nothing but doing everything. Aghatita Ghatana Patiyasi Maya. We are at that level. But these knowledges, when they become more true in us, slowly the hold of Maya on us loosens. Like a bad habit as their drinks or sweets. When the doctor says detrimental to your health, slowly that knowledge loosens our hold on to them or not. To be healthy, I want to be healthy, I want to live long, therefore I don't. In the same way, these logics, when they become powerful in our understanding and acceptance, to that extent, the hold of Maya on us gets loosened. There, slowly the कार्य कारणता उसकी रिलेटिविटी क्या है, कहाँ वो लागू है, कहाँ लागू नहीं है, समझ सकते हैं हम. हो गया. Now the next mantra. Kim cha anyat. What is that? Anutpannatu vastunah jayamanam iti aha. There is another mm, loophole in Sankhya's philosophy of saying creation is effect, then pradhana is the cause. What is that? Ajadvai jayate yasya drushtantah tasya nasti vai जाताच्च जायमानस्य नव्यवस्था प्रसज्यते अजाद्वै जायते यस्य दृष्टान्तः तस्य नास्ति वै जाताच्च जायमानस्य नव्यवस्था प्रसज्यते. Two things in this set. One is ajadvai jayate yasya. From the ajam, something is born. Ajam means what? For us, ajam is Brahma. For them, ajam is this pradhana. He says, there's no example in the world from the unborn something came. Unborn means unmodifiable. Ajat. Ajat means ajata, amrita, amless staying thing. Then that which is, remember, unborn, undying, always will be same. It cannot be coming otherwise. Therefore, from that aja, which cannot be modified, something jam is created. For that, there is no example in this world. You have to show example in Vedanta. श्रुति भी होना है, युक्ति भी होना है, फिर एक हेतु वगैरह होना है, एक क्या कहते हैं, उदाहरण भी होना चाहिए. There is no similar thing in the world from unchanging, unborn, unchanging, unborn, undying, something has come. दिखाओ कहीं example. Second point is what? Jatacha jayamanasya. If at all, not from the ajam, from the jam only jam came, listen carefully. Then naturally this jam, because it is jam is born, it must have born from something. Then it must be born from something. Then it must be born from something. Then where do you end up? It is called anavastha dosha. First is what? From the unborn, something born. Example is not there. Okay, this is not unborn but born. From that, if something came, you say, उसको छोड़ो, जो unborn कह रहे हो, ये कहाँ से आया? From where it came? From where it came? Next. Where do you go up to? It is anavastha dosha. Whenever the anavastha dosha is there in Vedanta, that is not accepted as authority. It should stop somewhere. That's what he explains now. Two things in this. Again, I am repeating. If the creation came from your pradhana, which is ajam, then there is no example for it. No, if you say that it has come from something, then what it came from, it goes on having anavastha dosha. Let us see bhashyam, same thing. Kimcha anyat, one more reason to say that your point of creation has come from something called pradhana is not there, there's no creation at all. How do we prove? Kimcha anyat, yat ajat anutpannat vastunah jayate. यस्य वादिनः दी सांख्यवादी के पक्ष में फ्रॉम अजात अनुत्पन्नात वस्तुनः जायते कार्यम इफ एट ऑल द कार्य कम्स फ्रॉम इट दृष्टान्तः तस्य नास्ति वै शो मी एनी एग्जांपल इन दिस वर्ल्ड फ्रॉम अनुत्पन्न समथिंग केम देयर इज नथिंग इन द वर्ल्ड anything comes from some utpanna, like the door is utpanna from the wood, wood is utpanna from the tree is utpanna from the earth. That's how from the jayamanat only something born, ajat nahi. Now same thing refuted. Drishtanta abhave arthat ajat nakinchit jayate iti siddham bhavati ityartha. Because there is no दृष्टांत अजात से कुछ जन्म हुआ ये रेफ्यूट हो गया दिस इज रिजेक्टेड दिस इज फर्स्ट टू लाइन्स सेकंड टू यदा पुनः जातात् जायमानस्य वस्तुनः अभ्युपगमः from the born thing if it is something born अन्यस्मात् जातात् from something else तदपि अन्यस्मात् इति न व्यवस्था प्रसज्यते anavasthanam syat ityartha. Like in the same example, the up to tree we went. Tree came from the earth came from water from the fire came from vayu came from akasha came from mana came from where? Conscious self. What is conscious self? Paramatma, unborn, undying, unchanging. Hare? You have to end at Paramatma. If you don't end at Paramatma, then anavastha dosha will come. And Paramatma is unborn, undying. That is what Shastra says. So where is creation? Please remember, only in acceptance. Like in any relativity. Every relation is only in acceptance. That acceptance at the highest level is but Sankalpa. Therefore, Srushti is Sankalpa only. Therefore, Srushti is not real. Because Sankalpa is not real. Real का संकल्प करने की जरूरत नहीं है. संकल्प रियल नहीं हो सकता. Truth need not be sankalpita. Sankalpa cannot be truth. That's why it's called sankalpa. Vyavahar different, as I said. You may use the door, but door is only a sankalpa. It is not reality. If you take the two examples of door and wood, it may be useful to you in the vyavahara, but we are not talking vyavahara here. Vyavahara. We are talking the truth. We are talking what is ultimate truth. What's the reality? Upanishads are not to talk vyavaharana, they are to absolute reality. Therefore, these are the two doshas in Sankhya-vadina if the creation is there and came from something. Clear. Now, next mantra में अवतारिका द्वैतवादिभिः अन्योन्य पक्ष प्रतिपक्ष मुखेन ख्यापितं वस्तुनः अजन्यत्वम् अद्वैतवादिना अभि अनुज्ञातम् इदानीं द्वैत निरसनम् अपि श्रौतं विद्वद् अनुभवसारि च एतेन अभि अनुज्ञातमेव इति आह. So what is so far done? By taking both Nyaya and Vaisheshika and Sankhya, creation is not there. It is logically proved. It has to be 100 times thought over. Then only the conviction comes to you and I. We are only studying it first time. When it is repeatedly done, we will understand the depth of it, or we will take it too deep into our heart. This being so, now even in Shastras also, Paramatma is unborn and one without second is said. Therefore, what said by Shastra, what I am experiencing, and what they concluded without their knowledge, all is going one. That is Ajatam. No, so far shlokas are not the poking of nose by Ajatavadi in the argument of the Sankhya and Vaisheshika. No, he's only as a drashta is watching, they only mutually quarreling and cancelling. And for the Sankhyan to discard the Vaisheshika Nyaya, Jada logic nahi required है. क्यों? The Vaisheshika Nyaya say from nothing something came. It is a laughable thing. Doesn't require big many examples or explanation because from nothing something coming is child also will not accept. Because for something to come, something should be there before it. नास्ति ते अस्ति नहीं आएगा ना. Therefore, Vaisheshik Nyaya ka hum zyada. Why they have said as Nasti? Because when they went into the analysis about the cause of something, they entered into such a shunyata. They could not recognize Paramatma. If they had recognized Paramatma, then they could have done two things. One, ki from Paramatma everything came. Second, Paramatma cannot be modified. Therefore, nothing came from Paramatma. They would have concluded that is what is Advaita Ajatavada. You understand that logic there? They went up to some level, they have not taken the Paramatma into consideration, conscious being. Like scientists also, when they search into Anuparamanu energy level, they have to end in saying that they have to end their journey, concluding that there is nothing. But that is not a complete answer. There is nothing other than you because you can't deny yourself. That is why the Vedanta says, you alone not seeing you is this world. See yourself in the world. Then there is no world other than you. Then there is no samsara because samsara is there only when there is other. This is how those logics powerful. Again, as we said in earlier two classes also, as long as our mind is holding on to the Vastu Prapancha, these logics will never enter into our brain. And as long as we have the Dehosmi Tadatmya, we can't leave the Vastu Prapancha. Therefore, first thing to be sorted out is I am not Deha, I am Jiva. Then I am not Jiva, I am Sadhaka. Sadhaka to know the self. I am a Jiva, but a Sadhaka Jiva, not Dehadi Tadatmya Samsari. When this clarity comes to that extent, our hold on the world gets reduced, then these logics will be able to will be analyzed by us, will be able to understand. Always remember, when a higher knowledge is given, if we are not able to understand that we are at a lower level of mind intellect, so we have to lift it a notch above. And in Vedanta, only this much. Nahandeyosmi Jagad Mithya. Then only why the Brahma Satyam can be pursued. If Aham Devasmi and Jagat Satyam, then I'll be samsara in the Jagat only with all kamanas, with all krodha, with all samsara. That's how our mind 24 hours thinks. But those who are listening to these, I mean, they get taste into that and they also feel that I want to know the absolute truth. Slowly, Naham Devasmi, Jagat Mithya, I have nothing to do with Jagat, therefore let me discover the truth. This is how the travel happens. Now, another thing, no, शास्त्रीय डिस्कशन कौन थोड़ा सा सटल है, सुन लेना. हेतोरादिः फलं येषाम् आदिर्हेतुः फलस्य च हेतोः फलस्य च अनादिः कथं तैः उपवर्ण्यते. हेतोरादिः फलं येषाम् आदिर्हेतुः फलस्य च हेतोः फलस्य च अनादिः कथं तैः उपवर्ण्यते. Mhm. What is happening here in another angle tell you. Advaita Vedantin alone at lower level talks about all this. about the world, its presence, its karma, dharma, then papa, punya, and all. Same Advaita Vedanti at a little higher level goes to say all is Kalpita Mithya Maya. Same Advaita Vedanti, when the highest level he comes, he says Ekamevadhyam Brahma, nothing is born Ajatam. Like same person was in 7th class, 10th class, 12th class, here also. So here the refutation of them Sankhyans is done by the another logic, which is accepted at lower level even by Advaita. Like I'm Advaiti, but I accept the lower level body where hunger is there, thirst is there, I eat, drink. उसमें कोई गड़बड़ नहीं. देखो सिद्धांत सिद्धांत है, व्यवहार में जो चाहे करना ही पड़ेगा. Is it not? So here two words are used, hetuhu and phalam. Listen these two words, understand them. These two are the ones which are talked about in next 3-4 slokas. Hetu means reason. Phalam means result. Reason is the karma of dharma, adharma we do. That is the hetu. Phalam means what? The result of that, what we get as the body, etc. Body, indriya, mana, surroundings, and sukha dukkha, they are all phala. Okay. One way of seeing them. The words are hetu, karanam, phala is karyam or result. What is he doing here? He is a large Karikakara. In next to 2-3 slokas, the Karana Karyatvas, impossibility, illogicity, he is explaining. For that, he is using this Vedanta alone, which is of the lower level. What Vedanta says, we talk about Prarabdha Purushartha, same here it's called as Hetu and Phala. So in my earlier life, I did Papa Punya, that became Hetu. Yeah. For today, this life's phala called as this Dehendriyadi. Clear? Now, वो हेतु है, ये फल है. But remember, this deha which I have got is a hetu or not? This deha which I have got, in this deha, whatever dharma, adharma I do, they become hetu, no? For the next phala of the next life. Therefore, in this life, what I have, is it hetu or phala? दोनों तो नहीं हो सकते. Remember the logic here. Because for all my future lives, I am becoming hetu now. But I say I am phala now for the yesterday's hetu. Forget about yesterday and tomorrow. Today, are you hetu or phala? You can't be two, you have to be one. But both are up meaning there. Then what is the logic then? Conclusion, neither hetu nor phala. What is the meaning? हेतु फल नहीं है, कारण नहीं है, कार्य नहीं है, मतलब क्रिएशन नहीं है, अजातवाद. See, hetoho adi phalam yesha. Phalam is the adi for the hetu. Then adi hetu phalasya cha. For the phala, hetu adi आप कहते हो. हेतो फलस्य च अनादि ही. This हेतु फल का जो अनादि ही कथम तय उपवर्ण्यते. How do you say it is अनादि? इसका आदि ही नहीं हुआ, आप अनादि कैसे कहते हैं उसका? Interesting. Let us see the Bhashya. Same thing, it will be explained. See, Yatratu, first of all, this is from the absolute truth standpoint. First, the Bhashyakara says, we to follow ultimately the truth, ultimately the scriptures. What scripture says, he will say first. Then he will explain the Karika of the Karikakara, in which Hetu Phala both are proved to be not there at all. Thus, Karana Karya is not there. Thus, creation is not there. What is there is Brahman alone. But then why it is all happening? You are not thinking, that's why. If you think, if you meditate, if you contemplate, it is not there. Is it not? You are only unnecessary thinking this as real. You are thinking only this one. You are not thinking the ultimate. Thinking this world makes the world real. Thinking ultimate takes you beyond thinking. Then in that there is no other thing. So यत्र तु अस्य सर्वम आत्मा एव अभूतु. यत्र तु अस्य सर्वम आत्मा एव भवतु तत् केन कं पश्येत् केन कं विजानीयात्. दिस इज हाउ द मीन मंत्र इज देयर इन आवर बृहदारण्यक उपनिषद. सो इति परमार्थतः द्वैत अभावः श्रुति उक्तः. यत्र तु सर्वम आत्मा एव अभूतु मीन्स in that highest meditation when everything is discovered as one without second Brahma. This is what is said by Shruti. Shruti Uktaha. Tamashritya aha. Basing on that shloka, Karikakara wrote Karika, I am explaining that to you. What is that? Hetoho. Hetu means dharma adharmadehe. Adihi, beginning, means karanam. Dehadi sanghataha means phalam. Yesham vadina. Hetu means dharma dharma. Then dharma dharma. For that, for the hetu of dharma dharmadi, karanam what? Dehadi sanghataha. Is it not? Without dehadi, can you do papa punya? No. Without papa punya, will you get that type of deha? No. First ये point को पकड़ना. What is ultimate? Atma eva sarvam. There is no hetu, there is no phala actually. That's what our proposition. To explain that, Karikakara gave mantra. In this, it took the hetu and phala. Hetu, if it is a dharma dharmadi, phala is dehadi. Point is this: hetu is dharma dharma, phala is deha. Now, in दोनों में कौन सा आदि है? Discussion is this. कौन सा पहला है? किससे क्या आया? Phala, see, hetu and phala are the general definitions in Shastra. Wherever the phala word comes, understand it is to be dehendriya sanghata. Wherever the hetu word comes, literal meaning is dharma dharmadi. Okay, so dharma dharmadi hetu, then dehadi phala. पहले सिर्फ literal meaning है, उसको पकड़ो. Now the question is, among these two, which is first? Is that dharma dharmadi first आदि है जिससे धर्मा धर्मादि करने के कारण फल रूपी देह आया, और इज इट फल रूपी देहादि फर्स्ट जिसके कारण धर्मा धर्मादि हेतु हो रहा है? Big discussion it is. See, we never ask this, no? We say the vasanas. But where from vasanas came? Earlier vasana. Then where the first vasana came? Is it not? At that place, the first vasana, the answer is that it has not come. Because the first vasana cannot be there. Because in Paramatma, how can there be vasana? In Paramatma, how can there be ajnana? नहीं है तो फिर जगत कहाँ से है? Paramatma, Shakti and Maya, that also is there in Upanishads at a lower level. Because we are insisting on the world, we want a reason for it. And the Guru's insistence is to take you to the Lord. Therefore, he does two things. To satisfy you, he says, from Maya the Jagat came. And to tell what he wants to say, he says, this Maya is not independent of God. That's his point, our point. Both are happy. Then at the higher level, then we are told, how can there be Maya in Bhagavan? No, therefore there is no Jagat. Is it not? So we are lifted from lower understanding to the higher level. For that, all these prakriyas. And all these are again logics. Logical conviction ke baad, again we have to do sadhana from where we are. Then the experience comes. Like in any information in the world. इंफॉर्मेशन के बाद जो बदलाव लानी है, जो काम करनी है, वो करोगे ही उसका फल होगा ना. हियर आल्सो But this Vedantic knowledge is so powerful, it is like a fire, dust and dirt of so many lives it burns. That's how Jnanagni Dagdha Karmanam burns all the notions. More important than burning the past is burning the future, means no future vasanas created. In the Vedantic Jnana, past also anyway destroyed. That is the effect in Jnana. So here, having said, तथा आदिहि कारणम हेतु धर्मादिहि फलस्य च देहादि संघातस्य एवं हेतुफलयोः इतरेतर कार्यकारणत्वेन आदिमत्वं ब्रुवद्भिः एवं हेतुः फलस्य च अनादित्वं कथं तैः उपवर्ण्यते विप्रसिद्धम् इत्यर्थः. Therefore, nahi nityasya kutastasya atmanah hetufalaatmakata sambhavati. Interesting point. So, hetu is dharma, phala is janma. Again, which is adi? Which is adi among them? You can't explain there. शरीर इत्यादि के कारण हम कर्म कर रहे हैं धर्माधर्म का, या धर्माधर्मादि से शरीर मिल रहा है. What happens by this? One thing cannot be two, and two are not matching up with each other. Because one thing is becoming two at a time. This deha is a hetu also, phalam also. So too, that hetu also, it is also becoming hetu and phalam. What is concluded? Therefore, nityasya kutastasya atmanah hetu phalatmakata na sambhavati. Therefore, in the pure Paramatma, he alone is there. There is no hetu and phala in him. That is the most safest, securest thing, ultimate truth. What it concludes, what it drives into our heart. Therefore, dharma रूपे हेतु देहादि रूप फल. दोनों को पकड़ोगे तो रहेंगे, छोड़ोगे तो जाएंगे. छोड़कर ही परमात्मा को पकड़ सकते. That's why नचिकेतास अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृता कृता अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र अधर्मात् अन्यत्र अस्मात् कृता कृतात् अन्यच्च भूताच्च भव्याच्च यत्तत् पश्यसि तत्वद. That was his question. Something other than the dharma rupi karana, something other than the dehadi sangata rupi phala. You tell. And that also anyatra bhutat bhavyat. That will come in the next three shlokas in this karikas. Other than that which is talked in the form of bhuta and bhavya. Bhuta always is the karana. Bhavya is always is karya. Say to me about something. This is how in the Buddhi Guha, when you use the logical thinking, there, first in the form of conviction, then in the form of meditation, then in the form of experience, the self is revealed. Now you understand how the Vedanta works. Vedanta's work is not gross, at the matter level. Vedanta work is at subtle level of the Antakarana's understanding. That also not in the level of the Papa Punya. Is it not? No, no, no. वो सब फिर स्मृति ग्रंथ बात करेंगे उसका. Purana will talk about it. Vedanta talk about the highest truth logically. It alone is there, nothing other than it. For that, Shruti is there for us and Yukti is there. Anubhava, we have to get it. Now he says, Katham taihi viruddham abhyupagamyate iduchyate. How what they speak is viruddha about hetu phala. What is the viruddhata? Viruddhata is hetu phala vada only. Karya karana bhava means something is there, creation came. The only Paramatma is no creation, that is ultimate. Another example is given. हेतोः आदिः फलं येषाम् आदिर्हेतुः फलस्य च तथा जन्म भवेत् तेषां पुत्रा जन्म पितुर्यथा। कुक्कुट वाला जो बताया ना पहले, ऐसा वाला यहाँ भी कह रहे। But then this Purapakshi feels so bad with two examples. You are unnecessarily insulting. He said, no, I'm not insulting, beta. I'm giving a solid example for you to clearly understand. Not that I feel. That's how Guru will say later on. Shishya, first of all, the Purapakshi will tell. कि तुम ऐसा कह रहे हो मेरे को ऐसा कह रहे हो ना कुकुट का एग्जाम्पल देते हो. He says, no, no, no. Don't feel I'm not insulting you. I'm giving an example. How can a hen half is left for egg, half is cooked? In the same way, the Karana is Anadi, and from that the Karya comes, so it comes and goes. How it can happen together? Then what is you are saying, sir? Both Karya Karana not there. It is only Parama. Here also, हेतु फल का अगर तुम डिस्कशन करते हो वो ऐसा रहेगा हेतो हो आदि ही फलम येषाम. Those who say that for the hetu of dharma, the karana or adi is the phalam called as dehadi, and adi hi hetu phalasya. And again, those who, again, both of them, those who talk, hetu is the adi for the phala, hetu is the dharmadi, phala is the dehadi. उनका डिस्कशन कैसे होगा? तथा जन्म भवेत् तेषां पुत्रात् जन्म पितुर् यथा. Then their discussion is like this, the father is born to the son. How can the father is born to the son? You understand? Because that person is son of his father and father of his son. He is a father or son. Imagine the thinking there. देखो पुत्रात जन्म पितु यथा. ऐसे कैसे होगा? How do you say putra janma pituhu? Because this person is father, no, of his own son. And he is a son of his father. Therefore, from his father's standpoint, what is he? Son. Clear? Father के सामने son हो गया. Then he is a son, no? Yeah. Then who is born to him? He will be the father of somebody else later on, ना? तो फिर इनके पुत्र से पिता का जन्म हुआ. Three generations you have to take, 3 or 4 generations. Okay. So first generation is father. Second, he is son. For him, he is a son. But he is father for someone. Therefore, he is what? Father only. But he is son also. From that father born from there, from the son. Because person is एक ही है ना. But how can the son, father is born from son? Therefore, this it will be like this only. Relativity में ही प्रॉब्लम आता है. Absolute alone free from all problem. Putra Janma Pituryatha is a very interesting example in a Vedanta, if you can understand. Then Hetu Janyat Eva Phalat Hetoho. Hetu Janyat Eva Phalat Hetoho. Janma Pivagachatam Tesham Idrusha Virodha Ukta Bhavati. Yatha Putrat Janma Pituhu. Now remember, all examples of Kukuta, these are to what? With all logic, you are trying to establish creation and you are trying to say a karana for it. There are two things. One, you say pradhana is as karana. That is we rejected. Other karana is there what? For the thing Paramatma. Paramatma is ajam, avikari, ajaram, amrutam. Therefore, from him also it cannot come. Then where is creation? नहीं है. ये जो न्याय वैशेषिकों का लॉजिक्स होते हैं बहुत पावरफुल होते हैं. Very tough they are. You have to study for 10 years. Entire Nyaya Shastra. Oh, very tough. एंड सिंपल इजीएस्ट इज और अद्वैत वेदांत, करो या ना करो, कम से कम बात सुनकर हो जाता है। आई एम अनबॉर्न ब्रह्मन, अनडाइंग ब्रह्मन, इटर्नल ब्रह्मन, ऑल द देहेंद्रिया मिथ्या, आई एम ओनली साक्षी टू देम। वेरी गुड, at least even literal theoretically you take it, it gives relay consolation, etc. And if you really do that sadhana and experience also you are Brahma. बाकी सब वादों में ego is more than solution, insistence is more than solution. That is fanaticism at that level. But fanaticism helps there. Those fanatics, like terrorism helps the terrorists. Criminality help criminals. The चोरों को चोरी help करता है. That is, but that is not ultimate truth, no. That's not ultimate good. This is how here also. So for you and me, either accept Ajatavada of Karikakara or Mithyavada of Adi Shankara. But don't take the Satyavada of the other philosophers about the world. Then you will Satya Roop se suffer. Take a snake as real, really you suffer. If you know that it is not real but appearance, at least suffering is reduced. If you know only rope is there is no snake, there will be never problem only. Only snake, only rope is Ajatavada. Rope not seen but appearing as snake is Mithyavada. Snake alone is real is Jagat Satyavada, which all of us live in. The common men in the world live in this world. That's how for them, Dehendriya is real, world is real, karma is real, phala is real, sukha dukkha, ये सब real लग रहे. And they all from Vedanta standpoint are like the dream as well as like the imaginary world. All this was already explained in the first to second prakaranas. वैतथ्य प्रकरण में ये टॉपिक ऑलरेडी डेल्ट किया गया है. That's what we were doing in our Parayana classes. हो गया? So now pratititah hetufalayoh utpattehe upagantavyatvat sayuktam tat nirakaranam iti ashankya aha. Another example. Asambadho Vishanavat. Means what? If you say Hetu and Phala have come together, then they are like two horns of a animal which have no relation. What is the relation between two horns? There is no relation. They are always there but apart. Of any animal. Let us say cow or buffalo. किसी का भी दो सिंग है तो दो है लेकिन संबंध नहीं है. In the same way, if you say both Karya and Karana have come simultaneously, then they will not have Sambandha of Karya Karana because simultaneously when they are there, they are like two horns of the animal coming simultaneously. That also another refutation of your Karya Karana Vada of Sushti Vada. These portion when you read 4-5 times, listen, you will have that joy that some subtle thing is understood. That's the beauty of Vedanta. We'll only chant the mantra and then see tomorrow. For that matter, we'll chant mantra from 14 onwards 3 times. 9 mantras, no? So 3 shlokas we saw, 3 to 3, 9. बाकी आप पढ़ लो. हेतोरादि फलम येषाम आदिर हेतु फलस्य च हेतो फलस्य च अनादिः कथं तैरुपवर्ण्यते. हेतोरादि फलम येषाम आदिर हेतु फलस्य च हेतोः फलस्य च अनादिः कथं तैरुपवर्ण्यते. हेतोरादिः फलं येषाम् आदिर्हेतुः फलस्य च हेतोः फलस्य च अनादिः कथं तैरुपवर्ण्यते. They also say hetu and phala are anadi. What logic says? How can it be anadi? It is adi for the next one. It is adi for the earlier one. Therefore, both vada, hetuvada phala vada and also hetuphala vada and they are anadi vada. Dono is refuted. Then what is anadi ananta is only Brahma. In him there is no hetu, there is no phala. Therefore, there is no karanatva, there is no karyatva. What is there is only Parabrahma. हेतोरादिः फलं येषाम् आदिर्हेतुः फलस्य च तथा जन्म भवेत् तेषां पुत्रात् जन्म पितुर्यथा. हेतोरादिः फलं येषाम् आदिर्हेतुः फलस्य च तथा जन्म भवेत् तेषां पुत्रात् जन्म पितुर्यथा. हेतोरादिः फलं येषाम् आदिर्हेतुः फलस्य च तथा जन्म भवेत् तेषां पुत्रात् जन्म पितुर्यथा. Such shlokas in Vedanta are like some very serious scenery in a movie. And then when that is over, then again you are normally watching. A very tension वाला scene, suspense वाला है. ये श्लोक suspense की type है. आगे पीछे then we feel at least comfortable कि थोड़ा समझ में आता है. But these are the very sublime topics. So to in Gita, 12th chapter you study how clear it is bhakti. 14th chapter you study how clear about triguna. But 13th chapter you study कुछ भी भेजेगा जाए नहीं, भेजे में घुसेगा ही नहीं कुछ. But then you have to be careful there too. Here also such portions. Anyway, संभवे हेतु फलयोः एषितव्यः क्रमस्तया युगपत् संभवे यस्मात् असम्बन्धो विषाणवत् संभवे हेतु फलयोः एषितव्यः क्रमः त्वया युगपत् संभवे यस्मात् असम्बन्धो विषाणवत् संभवे हेतु फलयोः एषितव्यः क्रमः त्वया युगपत् संभवे यस्मात् असम्बन्धो विषाणवत्. The literal meaning is hetu falayoho sambhave. If you say hetu phala are there, then krama you have to say. If you don't say the krama, which is for second, then you have to say it is yugapat sambhava. If it is yugapat simultaneously born, then asambandha vishanavat, they will be unrelated, like both horns same time born but unrelated. So that example of the horn, dekho, except in some animals where the horns are very big, therefore they lock with each other. Otherwise, दो horns साथ साथ में रहते हैं लेकिन कभी एक दूसरे को मिलते नहीं. Like our two eyes, both are there but they don't look at each other. This eye can't see this can't see this. So this horn, that horn, always together but never related. So to your Karyakarana will be always there but never related. Then when there is not related, how can you say one is a Karana and Karya? If they simultaneously are born. If not, you have to say the Krama. But Krama is illogical, it was proved. Because एक ही चीज दो नहीं हो सकता, like father and son. Therefore, one cannot be father and son. That is what? On one without second, father and son are imagined. That is the reality. What our conclusions want on one absolute truth, not knowing it, you only are imposing karya karanatva, hetu phalatva. Our point is this: one Parabrahma. This shloka little explanation and further see tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamada Purnavidam. Today's thought was Guru Bhakti Shakti. Very important. Don't take it light. Please feel blessed that if a Guru has come in your life, Lord only in that form came to liberate us from the bondage which from many lives we are having, which we will continue if we don't hold on to the Guru. Have that regards for your own interest. Obtaining Guru in life is nothing. More than that, there's nothing. Don't take it lightly. Be feeling that blessedness and make use of that great blessings of Guru by being tuned to him. That's a Guru Bhakti Shakti. How such things, some things are such can't be put in words. One of that's very sublime is Guru Bhakti and Guru Bhakti Shakti and need of Guru Bhakti. Left to we alone mind, whatever we feel, thinking, we do, we think it is jnana, we think it is bhakti, we think it is vairagya. We are in a funny mood, we are. Every moment tensed up and all. Again in the same world of worldliness or in a tamoguna of non-thinking, not understanding, not inquiring, not meditating. In either of these worlds will be there. Tamoguna of not doing anything or rajoguna of doing everything. Only when you have to go to Guru, when you go, then he will tell us to do some that thing. Having done which, we reach to God. Guru Bhakti. Even Bhagavad Bhakti छोड़ दो, Guru Bhakti नहीं छोड़ना. And Guru will see that all Bhakti will come again. Anyway, choice is ours. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha Paramarshibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha Shrutimatre Namaha Om Tat Sat Brahmarpamastu. Guru Bhakti is not outside, it is inside. Where? Totally we have surrendered to him in such a way that without his permission, we are not even taking the breath inside. Breath. That is called as Guru Bhakti, Shakti, which we are talking. गुरु अनुग्रह के परमिशन के बिना इवन हवा भी नहीं लेना अंदर. That bhakti we talked about. Not literal, it's just saying I am devoted. या कभी कभी जाता हूँ नमस्कार करके आता हूँ गुरु महाराज कहता हूँ मैं. No. That's very gross it is. Talking inner. My guru in every shwasa is his permission, his blessing. Every vritti is his. Every pravritti is his. So that I and my pravritti are no more. He alone is there with his pravritti of evolving me. That is called Guru Bhakti at highest level of which we spoke today. Not the outer Guru Bhakti ki Guru photo lagao, koi upasana puja ki, then you forgot until next day's upasana. That is those who do upasana. Those who never do even that upasana, they only in the mind level. मैं उन श्री गुरु का शिष्य हूँ. हाँ, उन्होंने मेरे को मंत्र दिया, दीक्षा दिया, पाठ. कुछ लोग तो गुरु को छोड़ ही देते हैं, भूल ही जाते हैं. They are most fortunate are those who get guru, and unfortunate are those who don't get guru. And most unfortunate are those who even after getting the guru don't recognize or surrender or leave him. Thank you. We now will 10 minutes do our Bhashya Parayana.